The United States of America has forever been characterized by the persistent notion that there is something that all Americans strive for. Labeled the American Dream, it has survived from the founding of the country even unto the present. This is not to say, however, that the dream has remained unchanged, far from it. It morphs and changes with the epoch in which it is considered, and is thus ever relevant and always just beneath the consciousness of the populace. It may safely be divided into two major periods of development, even within this evolving context. If the people of the United States are considered the entity which gives rise to the dream, and that same entity is evaluated within the context of the psychological needs of a person, then the dream prior to the closing of the Western frontier in 1890 was largely concerned with safety and primal needs. However, it began a fairly rapid evolution following this point as goals became internal to the country, not marked by the superordinate need for expansion. Growing in a classic action-reaction model, the dream has stayed true to an overarching theme of financial success even up to the present, leading to a nation of individuals all striving for their own personal success in a modern global climate. In terms of reflection of internal state, the ads put forth by car manufacturers served and continue to serve as relevant sensors for the overall position of the American people. By appealing through the American dream, an ad is most likely to spark the imagination of an individual within America and thereby win a sale. This may be seen throughout the 20th century and on into the 21st, and is the primary means of analysis herein contained. In the year 1923, Dodge began advertising for a car titled the Business Coupe. The ad featured a terse description of the car by way of its innovative steel construction and its inherent safety, and indeed of the precision of the construction of the whole car. The picture that goes with it portrays a driver so successful as to have a butler present carrying their packages. The message is clear and describes the general American dream of the 1920s, a rags-to-riches dream characterized by those successful individuals such as Andrew Carnegie. This is entirely logical when viewed in the contextual timeline of the 20s. Following the closing of the frontier, the dream swung from an externally centered one towards the individual and success. This individualistic dream was altered by the 1950s as it swung back from extreme individual success towards a group mentality, when General Motors advertised in general for their brand. Gone were the specific descriptions and indeed the car. However, the success story remained. The advertisement featured an idealistic Main Street, which portrayed a rich and content life through conformity. Everyone was using a General Motors car. Their motto was "Key to a Richer Life," and indeed the conformity which the ad revealed was the key of the American dream of the 1950s. However, not unlike a pendulum and in keeping with an action-reaction model, the dream swung back to an even greater extreme in the 1980s. Rather than simple individual success, the goal was complete and total success beyond all possible need. Thus, the Mercedes-Benz 240D, which premiered in 1981. The premise of the ad was simple: that the prospective buyer wanted the best in the world, with all parts superior to any other possible competitor. Thus, the ad features a relatively small image of the car and a great deal of discussion in the form of text of all of the merits of the car, each geared to demonstrate its vast superiority in a given space. As with all unbalanced vices, this unhealthy need for enormous success swung back to a more conservative goal, as expressed in the modern ad for the new Honda Civic. It is stark and utilitarian. It describes how the car can help the operator in the most basic form of gas consumption. This is emblematic of the modern American dream, that the land should be richer and better and fuller for everyone based upon their ability and aptitude. The American dream has undergone constant evolution as it swings from action to reaction about an axis of internal versus external focus, but has kept constant the desire for success even up to the present, leading to a nation of individuals all striving for their own personal success. As the car makers have demonstrated through their changing ads, the American dream has changed over time, swinging like a pendulum from extreme to extreme. The strength of the extreme is often determined by the economy and other external factors, but the current state of the dream is a fair predictor of the state of the people, and the direction of focus of the efforts of the nation. However, even this predictor may be predicted, as its revolutions are fairly regular. Even now, it directs the individual to attempt to achieve just a little more than is possible for them. Based on the past, it will swing slightly once more in the near future to favor conformity as a means to this success, and the American people will find themselves striving to be one and the same once more.